Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's WWE Monday Night Raw for December 17th, 2012, and this was the big Slammy Awards show. So a lot of that going on here. I thought it kind of made the show drag on, but at the same time, it's once a year, so I didn't really mind too much. But damn, the commercials on this show. Holy crap, I think this Raw had more commercials than any other Raw this entire year. And I don't know if it's because tomorrow night is the commercial-free Super SmackDown on USA and they were trying to make up for it or what, but that was just an insane amount of commercials. Thank God I have a DVR because that was ridiculous. But the show starts off with Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, or Rey Mysterio with Sin Cara versus Damian Sandow with Cody Rhodes. Mysterio comes out and I think he had a pyro fill here because he goes to one side and he does his little hand thing. And the pyro goes off, and then he goes to the other, and you can see the pyro sitting down on the ground, but it didn't go off. So I thought that was a weird start to the show. Mysterio hits a 619 and the splash for the win. Why? I'm not really sure why they put him over here, but Booker comes out to present the most shocking moment of the year, Slammy, and the Boogeyman comes out. So Booker T starts shaking when he sees the Boogeyman, and the Boogeyman goes to get the worms, and it goes to commercial. And when it comes back, he's nowhere to be found. I kind of felt bad for the Boogeyman here because it seemed to me like he didn't really get his time on TV because it was so dark and smoky you could barely see him. And it just, I don't know, I felt bad because he couldn't really get his face out there, and it could have been an imposter Boogeyman, just somebody dressed up like him for all we know, because you really couldn't get a good look at him. But after commercial, he's gone. Brad Maddox comes out thinking he's going to win, and Kofi ends up winning for his handstand at the Royal Rumble. We get Eve versus Caitlyn. Caitlyn wins with the knee to the gut. The New Age Outlaws come out to present the comeback of the year. Road Dogg says, "Badass Billy Gunn." And I don't know if he was supposed to say that because they actually censor the entrance music. I think it's, instead of "your ass better call somebody," it's "you better call somebody" or "you better tell somebody" or something like that. So I don't know if he was supposed to say it, but it's probably not that big of a deal. But Jerry Lawler wins comeback of the year. Kofi Kingston versus Tensai. Tensai hits a Vader bomb. He charges at Kofi. Kofi ducks and hits Trouble in Paradise for the win. That's it. That was the entire match. Very short. Wade Barrett comes out and attacks Kofi, hits him with the bullhammer. Vicky presents the Kiss of the Year Slammy. AJ's in every category. She's kissed everybody. But it's AJ kissing Cena that wins. So AJ comes out and says she doesn't care what anyone thinks, including the fans. And AJ and Vicky start arguing. Dolph comes out to break it up, and AJ kisses Dolph, and Vicky runs off. David Otunga versus Khali with Natalya. Khali wins with the chop. That was it. They show a video of the nominees for Superstar of the Year. And you can clearly hear Ric Flair announcing the nominees, which really killed the surprise because they kept talking about how they have a special presenter for this award, even though we heard it was Ric Flair. So Ric Flair comes out to present the Superstar of the Year, and it's Cena. So Cena comes out, he gets booed like crazy, and he ends up giving the award to Flair. He leaves. Punk and Heyman come out in an awesome segment. Punk cuts a great promo about how he deserves the award. Flair's a loser. Cena's had the worst year in his entire career. And he says that he could beat Flair with one leg. So Flair tells him to follow him to the ring. Punk gets in the ring with him. He hits Flair in the stomach with one of his crutches, breaks a crutch over his back. He goes to hit him with another crutch. So I guess he didn't really have an exit plan after this. And Flair pokes him in the eye and then puts Heyman in the figure 4. So the Shield starts to head down to the ring. And Team Hell No run out to try and save Flair. They get beat up. The Shield tries to put Flair through the announce table, and Ryback comes out. He fights him off. He throws Seth Rollins on top of the announce table. It doesn't break or anything, and the Shield escapes through the crowd. Backstage, Flair, Daniel Bryan, and Kane are going crazy, and Ron Simmons walks up and says, "Damn." Brodus Clay versus JTG. God, looking at these matches again, it's like, what the hell were they thinking putting this on the show? Brodus wins with the splash. I guess they're trying to build him back up for some insane reason. Santino and Tensai present LOL Moment of the Year. Tensai comes out, he trips over. It was some bad comedy. He's got a bag of ice wrapped around his head. Santino calls him Fat Albert. And let's see here. The Rock wins for the Boston promo. Of course, The Rock can't be there, so Team Hell No come out, and Daniel Bryan says it should have been him, and Kane carries him off to the back. Sin Cara versus Cody Rhodes. Cody wins with Crossroads, so now they're even. I guess they just wanted to make sure Mysterio didn't look too bad after losing at the pay-per-view, so they put him over Damian Sandow and then had Cody beat Sin Cara. So basically nothing was accomplished here. Zack Ryder and Layla present the Hashtag of the Year award, which is Feed Me More. So Ryder says he will go give it to Ryback. Ryback couldn't be bothered to come out to accept this award. Big Show comes out with the giant chair from last night. This was awesome. This was probably my favorite segment on this entire Raw, was Big Show. He just did a great job here. He says the universe let him down again. They didn't vote for him for Superstar of the Year, and he says, "I'm not surprised. You guys let me down every time I turn around." And he gets pissed. They start chanting boring. Sheamus comes out. He says Big Show was the better man. He just wants to shake his hand. So Big Show shakes his hand and says, "Now get to the back of the line, you potato-eating Irishman." So Sheamus attacks Big Show. He beats him with the giant chair. Brogue kicks him. And that was it. Sheamus leaves. Now, Sheamus should probably be punished for these actions, I think. Booker T should do something about this on SmackDown tomorrow night, but we'll see what happens. I mean, you can't go around attacking people, but at the same time, Big Show did attack William Regal. Anyways, Dolph Ziggler runs out with his Money in the Bank, and I was thinking, shit, is this it? Because Big Show was out. I mean, he got beat with the giant chair, and he got brogue kicked. So I thought they're going to do something special for this Slammy show. And then that little shit Cena runs out, and he grabs Dolph Ziggler, and he starts throwing him into the barricade. He won't let him cash in. What did Dolph Ziggler do to this prick? Like, why was Cena such a dick on this show? I mean, seriously. And he just leaves. I mean, if he's pissed off about the TLC match, Dolph won fair and square. If Cena's mad about that, he should be trying to fight AJ, not Dolph Ziggler. So, what an asshole. But Dolph goes to see Vicky. She's pissed. He kissed AJ, and she thinks he's working with AJ. Dolph says this relationship is over. Her jealousy is getting tired, old, and ugly just like her. And Vicky makes a match with Dolph and AJ versus herself and Cena later. 3MB versus Del Rio, Miz, and Tommy Dreamer. So since they were in Philadelphia, this got a huge pop from the crowd. They were chanting ECW all night. Dreamer comes out with a Singapore cane. Doesn't get used. No live performance by the 3MB. That's what they promised us at the TLC pay-per-view, and they did not deliver. 3MB spends a lot of time working over Miz. Del Rio gets the hot tag. He's getting ready to put the armbar on Slater, but he tags in Tommy Dreamer, who kills Slater with a DDT for the win. Sheamus comes out to present the Newcomer of the Year award. Fans chant ECW, and he says, "Good old Tommy Dreamer." And then he just goes right back to doing what he's supposed to do. And Ryback wins. So Ryback actually comes out to accept this one. And he quotes Owen Hart, says enough is enough and it's time for a change. And he is that change. Ryback versus Cesaro. Cesaro says that he should have won Newcomer of the Year. He's stronger than Ryback, smarter, and he's a champion. Another huge Goldberg chant for Ryback here. Cesaro actually powers Ryback up for a spine buster, which I thought was really good. It looked great. I mean, of course, they're not going to have Cesaro beat Ryback, but they're really doing a good job protecting Cesaro. Ryback gets ready to clothesline him. Cesaro escapes, grabs his title. He goes to leave. Ryback grabs him, throws him back in the ring, and Cesaro just rolls out the other side and continues to leave. So Ryback wins by countout. Mean Gene, Ricky Steamboat, and JR present the Match of the Year award. It goes to Triple H and Undertaker. Triple H comes out to accept. He's got the new haircut. It looks really weird. I know it's old news. I'm sure we've all seen the pictures of Triple H's hair before this, but this was the first time we actually saw it on TV, and it's just kind of strange to see him like that. But the fans chant, "We want Taker," and he says that we haven't seen the last of Taker. It cuts to footage of the Shield beating up Tommy Dreamer backstage. Ricardo Rodriguez tries to save him. They beat him up too. AJ comes out and climbs a ladder. She's about to tell us why she turned on Cena, and Vicky interrupts her. It's Cena and Vicky versus Dolph and AJ. Fans chant Ziggler's better. AJ starts fighting with Vicky. She escapes and leaves, and then Vicky leaves. And Cena gets Dolph in the STF. AJ comes back out with Big E Langston. I don't know who the hell this guy is. I don't watch NXT. I don't know if he's good, if he sucks, if he's one of those guys who's just jacked but can't wrestle. I have no clue about this guy. But I was shocked to see him. So this guy, and he's definitely built. He comes out, and he lays out Cena, and then AJ skips around. That was it. So the show ends with Big E Langston. Yeah, that was the 2012 Slammy Awards, Monday Night Raw. No clue where they're going with this. I mean, I guess we have the Royal Rumble coming up. It's going to be Punk versus Rock. We know that. Probably something with the Shield and Ryback. Probably a lot of old superstars in the Royal Rumble. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, probably. But yeah, Cena and Big E Langston. I don't know if they're going to build to that for the Royal Rumble or what's going on here, but this was very strange to me. So, anyways, that was Raw. I can't really be too hard on it. They did spend a lot of time on the Slammies. It was the Slammy show, but it is once a year, so whatever, I guess. But yeah, they're going to start building up towards the Royal Rumble. Rock's supposed to start being back for some shows in January, so I guess we'll see what they do with that. But yeah, overall, I mean, I like seeing some of the returning guys, but that's about it. Nothing else really exciting on this show. So anyways, that's my review of this week's Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.